Hey guys, all right, let's get started. You guys ready?
Sure.
Want to welcome everybody to, I think, our first edition of What's Brewing Up with Scratchtown Brewing Company. This is going to be a series of conversations between us, with our viewers, about where things are at with the brewery, and most importantly, what beer we're drinking and what beer we're brewing. So tonight, we've got quite a few different construction updates for you guys. We've got a very raw but very delicious first taste of the Lord of Ord that will be featured in about a year's time at a founder's birthday party in December of 2013. But this is our opportunity to talk a little bit about where we are this very winter, December, last week of December, about the brewery. So Jade, why don't you tell everybody where we're at right now with respect to the construction of the brewery, and where you're thinking they're going to start erecting the building, as they say.
Well, the footings are poured. The site is actually covered up right now with insulation blankets, kind of to keep the soil, I guess, ready for construction. Hopefully when the weather turns, maybe in a week or two, we get some plumbing done and maybe pour the floor. The building should be delivered by the 10th of January.
Jade, I'm getting a lot of questions about this around town. We are building a steel structure, is that correct or incorrect?
Absolutely.
We are building a steel structure. However, much to the dismay of some of our fans out there, we're not bringing a used Quonset in to put on the site. We're putting up a nice structure that will have a brick exterior. Is that not correct?
Yeah, there'll be a 4-foot wainscot, what they call it, brick around the east and south sides, which would be facing, street facing. To be honest with you, Caleb and Mike, I don't know anybody in their right mind that would put up anything other than a steel building in this day and age. The insulation factor, what you can do with steel is...
Skyscrapers are steel buildings.
Absolutely.
So, regardless of that, folks, that's going to be a great looking building. We're getting both the floor plan and then some of the finalized exterior drawings done, I would say, within the next few weeks. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. So we'll have that up for your viewing pleasure as well here fairly soon. In addition to that, we're also going to have a beer garden on the east side of the building, which is where the intersection of 16th and M Street is in downtown Ord, right on the square. So this summer, when you're enjoying a delicious Scratchtown beverage, you'll be given an opportunity to sit in the beer garden on nice weather and overlook the beautiful downtown square of Ord, Nebraska. So, any other updates on the building, Jade, you want to share with the viewing public?
No. Just looking for good weather.
Yeah, good weather. Well, thank goodness we got some moisture, but
Yeah.
it does slow things down a little bit. But we're still expecting and hoping to be open Memorial Weekend. That might be incredibly optimistic, but I'm an optimistic guy, and that's what we're shooting for. So we're hoping to be open for the first big travel weekend of the summer. Fingers are crossed, and we'll have updates on Facebook and the website for you as they come along. Michael, what are you drinking these days? What's been the latest delicious beer that's touched your beautiful mouth?
Like you mentioned before, this is just out of primary fermentation. This is a Lord of Ord. It measured in at 12.3%, which we were shooting for a 12% beer for the 12-12-12. Tastes real smooth. I don't think you can really taste the alcohol. It's got a good oatmeal stout flavor. But like you said, we're going to lay this down for a year. I think next on the brewing list is a wheat beer, kind of a hopped up wheat. I don't know if anybody's tried 80 Acre from Boulevard. Really hoppy in the flavor and aroma, but not bitter. And what we're going to do is we're going to split that batch, and the other half of it we're going to do add some peach to it and some orange peel, and just to kind of play around with that and see how that goes. I think we'd also kind of talked about maybe doing getting an Irish ale ready for St. Patrick's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also thinking maybe of rebrewing a smoked Schwartz beer that we did last year. So,
Yeah, that was. Why don't you tell the viewers what happened with that?
tastes really good. Unfortunately, at bottling time, I think one of my pieces of bottling equipment was kind of old and wasn't as clean as it should have been, so the batch kind of soured on us. Really good as a sour beer, but not what we were going for. So, what else? I have everything ready to brew. I guess what we're now going to call Sinister Grin. We used to call it the Mirage, but it's a Belgian Golden Strong Ale that we simulate Chardonnay barrel aging, and that's a favorite among a lot of the ladies.
The ladies like it, folks.
Ladies.
And if you haven't had,
It's an award winner.
that is an award winner, absolutely. One of several awards that Michael has forged in his short career as a brewer. But
Back to the we, which will be our next brew.
Yeah, probably next week.
We're going to name that after the General.
that's right.
General Ord.
General Ord, town's namesake. I don't know if we're going to call it 5-star weed or something along those lines, kind of
Something to do with the General.
tip of the hat to the good general.
The good general. If you haven't checked out EOC Ord, General EOC Ord, what you'll find out is that he was not only an amazing man, but one of the most influential characters in the Civil War, the Indian Wars, and then what we call Manifest Destiny, and the platting of almost all of Nebraska actually was done under his oversight. There we go, under his oversight. Yeah, so EOC Ord was a very powerful, influential man. He was involved in the March to the Sea with Tecumseh Sherman.
I think most importantly, he gave our brewery its name.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Most importantly, folks, not only did he help free the South from crushing slavery, but he also gave Scratchtown Brewing Company
And he was a
our
major
fantastic
general,
name.
correct?
That's
Two-star.
right.
Two-star.
Two-star Major General, that's right. Yep.
Died way too young.
Yes, he did. He did die, and he died
What a
in
fine man.
Cuba, I believe, right? Cuba? I think that's where he did die. I have to check that out on Wikipedia, but we'll have a little homage, a little shrine to the general inside of the brew house and the tap room once I get everything up and going. Well, boys, I think that's about it from the founders. But for you guys, just keep your eyeballs peeled to our Facebook page. We'll be keeping updates relatively fresh there. If you've got any merchandise photos of you out in the wild that you'd like to share with us, we'd be happy to put that up on our Facebook page. And we're just going to keep cranking out small batches here in 2013 and buckling down for what will probably be a pretty crazy 6-month period of us getting the brewery ready to go. We're getting ready to file after the first of the year with the TTB, and we have everything signed off by the fire marshal at this point in time too. So things are falling into place. I always have to remind people we have day jobs, we have responsibilities that prevent us from working on the brewery full time. So please be patient. We appreciate that.
Brewing equipment
There we
should
go, yeah.
be shipping after the first of the year. Our 3.5 barrel brew house, as well as a bright tank for conditioning the beer. So that should be coming well before the building's ready. So
Awesome. If you haven't got your Founders Club memberships, check out shopboard.com. We are moving memberships fairly quickly. We are almost sold out of our second highest tier, which I believe is the titanium tier. We only have 2 memberships left there. So if you haven't bought your Founders Club membership, I would recommend you check that out.
Absolutely.
That's a
The deal
selfless,
of the day.
or I should say selfish plug, right? Deal of the day. All right, folks, thanks again. The founders here of Scratchtown Brewing Company with you. We'll be checking in later. Cheers.